Hello. If you are hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, you probably know that the main objective is to get from Mexico to Canada or Canada to Mexico. In other words, the main quest is to walk all 2,650 miles of the trail. And the epic story of how and why, that's all up to you. I am not sure if there's very much crossover between hiking and gaming, but I have to say this game has been a huge inspiration for this idea. If you have ever played a action roleplay game, otherwise known as an RPG, no, I am not a cool gamer girl, but an example of these games would be Skyrim, Horizon Zero Dawn, or Red Dead Redemption 2. In these games, you play a character, you go on a main quest, big adventure. Usually, there is an amazing plot involved, and during the main quest, you get plenty of opportunity to get sidetracked by side quests. I usually get very invested in the game, and I wish it was real life. Well, as some of you who watch this channel might know, I am getting ready to hike the Pacific Crest Trail, aka my main quest or the main plot. And while I do suspect it will be a wild adventure with plenty of adversity, character development, and probably some wonderful supporting side characters, I will also be walking for 10 plus hours a day. So I think some side quests will be fun and needed. Which brings me to the focus of this video. Have you ever played Red Dead Redemption 2? If not, what are you doing with your life? I'm kidding, but this game is wild fun, and it has a beautiful story along with it. You play a outlaw cowboy named Arthur, and you can pretty much do whatever you want in this game.
Hey, mister, can I have a word?
What the hell you want from me?
Okay. I'm gonna need that horse.
I'll put a bullet through you if you try and take it.
Relax!
So one of my favorite things about this game is Arthur's journal and the compendium. Am I saying that right? Compendium? Compendium? I'm not sure. But Arthur will write in his journal when he comes across a new animal or plant, and the compendium will likewise be updated. Getting 100% on the compendium is a really fun side quest to do because you can do it while you're playing the main quest of the game. Because you travel to different areas of the map, you encounter different animals, different plants, and you do all of this while trying to complete the main quest anyway. So many times, I have wished this game was real life. Not only because I would love to gallop across the plains on a horse, and other obvious reasons, but I love how curious Arthur is about the world around him, making sketches and notes in his journal. I've always thought, how amazing would it be to live in a world that is largely undiscovered? And of course, riding around on horseback all day, just looking for new plants and animals. I mean, I don't know about you, but that sounds like the ultimate dream to me. I also loved Animal Planet as a kid, and a huge dream of mine was to be either a veterinarian or a wildlife photographer. I definitely lost the appeal for a veterinarian once I actually worked at a veterinary hospital. That's a whole different story. But I started thinking I could kind of make a version of this happen for myself. I am already walking across the country, not on horseback, but never say never. The Pacific Crest Trail is graded for horses. And even though I can Google pretty much any plant or animal and find out whatever I want about them immediately, I think there is a big difference between doing that and observing and documenting for myself. And, seeing that animal in the wild or smelling that plant. Except for Poodle Dog Bush. Those observations and documentation can be made from afar, but I actually can be a wildlife photographer, if not just for myself as a hobby and not a job. It really doesn't have to be one or the other. I can enjoy it and not get paid for it. So, taking a lot of inspiration from the game Red Dead Redemption 2, I have decided to make something of my own compendium. This will be a Pacific Crest Trail animals compendium. I'll explain about the plants in a moment. But this is something that I'm really excited about. I will have a website with like a blog, and my goal is to eventually, obviously not in one hike of the Pacific Crest Trail, but eventually 100% this side quest. Maybe over the course of my lifetime. Like, how cool would that be to document all of these different animals in the wild? And I would also have even more of an excuse to get back out on the Pacific Crest Trail or other trails around the country, or maybe even other countries. And while I love the idea of a physical journal, sorry Arthur, but it is 2023. So for the sake of being as lightweight as possible, like I said, I will have a website with a blog. Also, it will just be generally easier to share this with everyone. So I have made that website and it is live now. I'll put the website name here, and I will also link it down below. So this is turning out to be quite an expensive hobby. And that is the reason why I'm just doing animals and not plants. It is expensive because I have commissioned an artist to draw the animals in black and white and digitally paint them. It has been shockingly expensive, which is totally fair because there's so much work that goes into that. But this might be a lifelong project simply for that reason. So like I said, all the animals are in black and white, and when I actually end up finding that animal, I will change it to the digital painting of that animal. You can click on the animal, and that's where I will have like a blog post with some facts, observations, and hopefully any photos that I could take. It will probably be painfully amateur in the beginning, but I think I would really like to see the progression of just my photography skills throughout my life. I have really high hopes for this project. And I'm very excited about it, and my full heart is in it, obviously, as I put quite a bit of money into it. Eventually, I would like to buy, real photography equipment, but at the moment, we're just gonna have to do with the GoPro and my phone. And of course, I have obviously seen a few of these animals in real life already, but for the sake of a fresh start, I will be starting over. Once I start the Pacific Crest Trail. I have also bought this book because from research I have done, it is often used as a textbook for classes on how to keep a naturalist journal. So with this book's information essentially guiding me, I am embarking on this very cool and exciting project or side quest. And I am kicking that off by hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. So I will also link a very cool website that I've been using as a guide for animals that I will probably or hopefully see on the Pacific Crest Trail. So it lists literally every single animal and what miles you will find them at. It also has plants, I think, but like I said, for the sake of money, plants are just gonna have to wait. So I hope to have around 30 animals drawn up and ready to go by the time I start trail. And I will be adding as I go. But obviously I don't know what I will end up seeing. So I'm kind of starting with the animals that I most hope to see, or some ones that I know are very common on trail. But I will do a top 5 animals that I would love to see throughout my lifetime. The first one would be a cougar. The second one, a mountain goat. Third, which I won't find on the Pacific Crest Trail, but a great white shark. Fourth, an orca, also not on the Pacific Crest Trail. And 5, a black bear. So those are my top 5 that I would love to see in the wild, no matter what. But yeah, a few of those I obviously will not be seeing on the Pacific Crest Trail, so those are more life goals. Another thing about the website, I know I am already blogging the trail, or at least I plan to, but I also really want to write blogs. I really enjoy writing, and I think it's an easier way to document if I'm feeling too exhausted to film or I'm not able to upload a video for whatever reason. But I think it will be very nice to have like very clear day 1, day 2, gear list, my mileage for the day, like exactly how I'm feeling, because sometimes it's hard to talk to a camera. If it does become too much of a chore, I won't do it, obviously. But it is something that I am excited about. So there are some other PCT side quests that I hope to do. The first one is desert night hiking. I don't think this is like a typical challenge, and it's just something that people do. But I have seen a few vlogs where people hiked all through the night just to beat the desert heat, and it just looks like fun. So it's something that I want to try. Number 2, this one's kind of gross, but 24-hour McDonald's challenge. So there is one McDonald's on the trail, or it's like, very close to the trail that everyone stops at. And people will often try to pack out enough food to eat over the course of 24 hours. At the moment, this sounds pretty gross to me. Not a huge McDonald's fan. But I imagine once hiker hunger sets in and I'm a feral PCT woman, I will probably want to do this. Number 3 is the 24-hour challenge. Hike as many miles as you possibly can in 24 hours. Number 4 is to hike the entire state of Oregon in 14 days. I don't know how feasible this will be this year just because of snow, and there might be some flip-flopping going around. But we'll see. It is something that I want to do. And number 5 is the Sead Valley Pancake Challenge, which I don't have a lot of hope I will complete, but I want to try. But basically, you eat, I think it's like 8 pounds of pancakes, and you have 2 hours to complete this challenge, and your meal is free. And I think only a few people have actually done this, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'll be able to do it. But if you have any suggestions for some side quests or Pacific Crest Trail challenges, please let me know. I would like to give a lot of thanks to the artist who drew me in Red Dead Redemption 2 style. Also the artist that I'm working with who has drawn all my Naturalist journal animals for the blog. I attempted to be cool like Arthur and sketch the animals myself, and it definitely did not turn out. Both of the artists will be linked below. I would also like to thank Alejandro for taking the beautiful photos of me for the website, and also my best friend Devin Eichert, who made my logo, which I'm very much a nerd, and I already ordered a hat and a beanie and I think some stickers with my logo so that I can wear it on trail because I think it's so cute, and I am just really excited for this. And of course, thank you to everyone who is subscribed and watches my videos for some reason. I don't know if I would be as invested as I am if it wasn't for everyone following me. If you want to see more daily updates, I will be posting on Instagram, and I will be posting shorts on TikTok, probably a lot more often than I will be posting on YouTube, just because it takes a lot of work to edit videos and post them. So my Instagram and TikTok are both the same. It's just Beth Rachel with 3 H's. Thank you so much for watching.